whoever is watching this, if you want to clip my videos and put them on a different platform, start your own channel, get rid of the and edit the videos so like they're a lot better. You got my permission. It'd be cool if you linked me, gave me credit, but if you don't, whatever. I really don't care. If you get rich, cool, whatever. But it's more about like the message. It really is about the message. So, same with my music too, because like it would be cool to have my stuff on multiple platforms and not have to worry about all the like YouTube deleting all my stuff. And I think I'm gonna do one more year of having my stuff on Spotify, and I think I'm not gonna pay for the distribution after this next time I pay for it, because it almost pays itself with the listens I've had this year. And if I keep getting more listens on my Spotify or whatever on my music, I'll keep it up. If it but if it's just gonna continue to dwindle like it has been, which I'm happy that it's been listened to as much as it has, because most people who are in my position don't have their stuff really listened to that much, especially as much as mine. Like the average person that puts stuff out has no name. So I'm not no Oliver Anthony for sure, but I'm grateful for what I have. Yeah, so if you want to do that, if you want to take my videos, my TikTok, if you go on my TikTok, that's gold. I need to do it myself, is get my videos off my platform. You just go on enslaved ones, and I think, you might not want to use all of them, but there's a lot of those shorts that are like spot on, or I find kind of humorous. Other people find humorous too. And maybe make a channel that blows up. And that'd be great for you. So my thing about euthanasia being, I know this sounds weird, I know this sounds taboo, I know this sounds very dark, but I think that like my strength is reading patterns and understanding patterns, and seeing things, and then like trying to predict different outcomes from that to try to game the system. Obviously in my personal experience, for me it hasn't worked out, but if I look at human nature, if I look at the way society is going, the way the financial market, our economy and everything going forward, political and everything, the reason why I think that euthanasia will be like normalized and actually people will want it is, I might have said this before in a different video, but is because the youth right now are being raised without any type of empathy. So when you have like people with lack of empathy for other people, it's a no-brainer for them. And then when you stack on the government, like if we keep this financial system the way it is, and we have to pay back that national debt, or at least try to service the interest on the national debt. If we keep this current monetary system, we're going to have to pay. People are going to have to pay higher taxes, and since the Social Security is supposed to run out in 2033, people are going to have to pay higher taxes to fund older people's retirement or whatever, being able to keep living. So people who, this is why I say, like, if you're relying on the system, you really don't have any type of control of your life at all going forward. And they will tell you, you can already see this with Canada. Like, some of the people are being euthanized for just basically being poor. Their health system won't help them anymore, and I seen this guy. He's like, I want to still live, but I really can't. So I don't know if he's got euthanized yet, but you will see more of this, and I might be euthanized if I don't become independent. I am independent, okay? I'm not relying on the government, but I do have debt, and I'm not too sure how that's going to work. If you have debt, you get euthanized, we don't need you no more. But if you can't provide anything for the system, and yeah, we will have more technology, we'll have more robots, but we'll still need somebody to do the dirty jobs, do the jobs that the robots can't do yet. It's going to take, I don't know if even in my lifetime we'll have every single job have a robot do. But, in the next 10 years, we're going to see a lot of people go without jobs, but they will have to do the hard labor jobs that it takes a lot of time to build the robots and ship them and all this, and it's just easier to replace office workers with software than it is the hardware for people like me. Not saying that it's not going to happen, because it's happening right now, especially where I'm working. I see it, and I see like the technology of like forklifts operating themselves and loading trucks themselves. So like the technology is already here, but these companies, they don't have autonomous robots that dig ditches. Like I could still go do dirty jobs and do dirty work, hard manual labor, and other ways. And if you are just like on the system, and people are having to pay for you to live, and they don't really care about you, and not only that, even if they did have empathy for the elderly, they won't be able to. Like, people won't even be able to. People will barely be able to take care of themselves with their job, pay all their bills, all the taxes that the government's going to require for them. So even if they wanted to bring you into like their house, they won't be able to, like their mom or dad, they won't be able to support them at all, financially, with food or anything. It's probably going to be so cutthroat. Not forever. I'm just saying this for like coming up. When we have all these baby boomers retiring, and then they thinking like, oh, I'm going to be being taken care of by the system. Well, you need other people to be paying for you to survive. It's not like you had saved up, like, oh, I've been paying into Social Security my whole life and I'm owed that. Well, you've been paying into Social Security to fund other people. So when you don't have a replacement population coming out and it dwindling down, these people are useless. You won't be able to work. You won't be able to do hard jobs. Maybe you're overweight. You're not producing anything for society. And euthanization is just going to happen. And I think a lot of people want to be euthanized anyway. I mean, like, the self-deletion rate is pretty high, especially for men. But I think it will go up for women, because it will get to the point where maybe they've had an OnlyFans, and even if they didn't, like, they're stuck with like this huge student loan debt. And a man's not, guys aren't gonna want to marry them, and they're ultra. They got all these emotional issues that they haven't overcame, and it's dude. That's what will happen unless technology innovates like tremendously, which I don't see it happening. It's going to be turbulent times. I think it's going to be good in the future once we get past all this crap. And I do think that it's going to be very violent in the summer of 2024. I think it will get really violent, and because it'll be hotter out. If what happens again to the Republicans, maybe, people feel like, whatever side is gonna feel like, even if Trump wins and you see like more MAGAs or whatever in the House and Congress, the left will definitely be violent, but like the reason why I say so what will happen is if the left, I was almost just hit head on. So if the left steals the election, and then like they just have a giant blue wave and they control everything, like everything that they want will happen, and they'll take the First Amendment away, they'll take away the guns, they'll try to do all that. And then at that point, I think that the right will act out when they try to like really oppress people. Because like what happened with New Mexico, they're saying, this lady saying, oh, no more guns, and then like these people are actively defying them. At that point, Trump is done, and people will just, at that point, they'll be like, fuck it. Like if you push an animal you back them into a corner, then they finally act out. And that's the same for humans, because we're animals. You push people into a corner, and then they'll act out violently. I'm not advocating for it. It's just a prediction for me. Like I just predict like something's like, it's gonna be violent either way. It's gonna be violent. It's gonna be turbulent in the summer of 2024. It's just there's so much tension, so much political tension, so much financial like burdens being put on us. You see these CEOs and rich people just being out of touch with reality, being completely greedy, and people will just reach fuck it, like at some point. Yeah, that's, like I said, euthanasia will probably be normal unless we can like get back on track. But I just don't. I think the youth, they don't want to work. They've been handed too much, and the only way to get them to work is the threat of starvation. And then at some point, the boomers just won't be able to work anymore. So, it's like I said, after we get past all this crap and we rebuild, it'll get good again. I mean, I might be 70, 80 if I make it, that old, but who knows? It'll get good. It's just getting past all this really dark times in America that's about to happen.